weeks, almost 3 weeks since I recorded a video. Hope I'm not talking too low. I gotta whisper a little bit, and the reason why is because I have a little one. Yeah, I got a little one. It's a little girl. She's 8 months old. She's very good. She's so chunky. Just I was gonna record this video back on was it June? Yeah, June 30th. But she came on June 30th. I was like, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna record this video. Yeah. And then right about 2 hours before I got off work, I got a phone call. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. This is awesome. And then I was like, well, guess I can't record that video. But this is my June Q&A, although it's in July. But you guys get the picture. As you can see, my hair is like in a little side braid. Just pull it back in a side braid because I gotta take this weave out. It's too hot. And little mama likes to pull on my hair, so I always keep it in this braid like this. And then whenever I'm holding her, I just fling it back like that because she will take a grip of a chunk of my hair and just
Although it's not real, I can still feel it.
But anyway, let's get started with these questions because I gotta go to work. Well, I gotta get her dressed, take her to daycare, and I gotta go to work. So let's get started. How do you handle setbacks with your hair, like excessive breakage, or some parts are shorter than others? Well, I haven't had a major setback before. Well, not before. I had them before, but I mean, I haven't had a major setback recently. I try to keep my ends trimmed. If I notice that the top part of my hair gets a little shorter than the bottom, I will just put it in layers. Instead of having a whole haircut, I would just cut it in layers. You want to make sure that you always deep condition your hair every week, and you want to moisturize your hair every day to every other day, depending on how dry your hair or how fast your hair absorbs moisture. If your hair doesn't absorb moisture that fast, you can go every other day. But if your hair is really, really dry, like you can moisturize your hair, and by the end of the day it's dry again, you want to do it every day. But the thing is, you want to prevent setbacks. Now, if you have a setback because you are unable to prevent it, try to cut your hair into a style first. But if your hair is so far gone, you may have to chop it all off, like I did a few years ago, like 4 years ago. Make sure you moisturize and deep condition. You want to alternate with a deep conditioner that is moisturizing and a deep conditioner that is protein. A lot of people just focus on a moisture deep conditioner, but over moisturizing your hair can cause damage, whether you believe it or not. So you want to have that balance, you know? It's like having 4 tires on your car. You can't drive a car with 2 tires. You need 4. So it's like you can't just balance your hair with just moisture. You got to put protein in it too because your hair is made of protein. Yeah. What is the best hair clip-ins that you've used? The best clip-ins that I have used are the ones that I have made, and I made them by the Aurora Black Series Professional Hair. It's the I will link down the videos down below that I did my clip-in tutorial if you have not seen that already. My thing is, especially with African American texture hair, there's not a lot of brands that match our hair perfectly as far as like clip-ins, already made clip-ins. So my thing is, find the hair that you like, whether you've been getting weaves or extensions for however long you've gotten them, and you like this particular brand that you just keep going back to, or this particular texture. Buy that hair as if you're getting ready to do a sew-in, but then go buy some wig clips and some thread and sew the clips onto the hair and make your own clip-ins. That's how I do it, because sometimes it's kind of hard if you have curlier or coarse or kinky or African American texture hair. It's hard to go and find ready-made clips to match your hair, especially if you're natural. If you're relaxed, you can kind of match with anything almost. But if you are natural, or if you relax your hair and your hair just doesn't get bone straight, because my sister, she used to relax her hair. She's going natural, y'all, but she used to relax her hair, and when she wet it, she looked natural. Her hair would never get bone straight. So if your hair just isn't bone straight, or if you're natural, the best thing to do is go buy hair that matches your hair texture and make your own clips. Those are the best kind. What do you use to get rid of blemishes? What I use to get rid of blemishes is just a mixture of 2 different cleansers. The cleanser that I use in the winter time is my Olay Regenerist, and I don't have any of the stuff with me, so I'm just going to insert clips of what the products look like because I just sat down here and just ready to film. But I use the Olay Regenerist in the wintertime because it's very creamy. It helps with the dry air in the wintertime. And then in the summertime, I use my Dermalogica cleanser. That's what I'm using right now. And then also I use my Mario Badescu drying lotion as a spot treatment. That's pretty much it. I can't use too much like Clean and Clear and Neutrogena, although I love Neutrogena, but my face is not like Neutrogena's face wash. It likes the body wash, it likes the lotions, it likes the bath oils, it likes all that stuff. It even likes the hair products, but it does not, my face does not like the face wash, so I can't use that. But I try not to fuss too much over my skin because when I do that, it breaks out. Oh, but I have been using this product by Estee Lauder. It's their moisturizer. I got it as a free sample, but it was a big free sample. It was like this big. Oh my god, that stuff is like a lifesaver to me. I have to buy the original size, but the original size is like $80. But I gotta get it. My face is clearing up so well. I have a little bit of makeup on today, like a little bit of Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation, just on like my cheeks and my forehead, and just buffed it out so as if it looks like it's all over my face. Oh, and in the corners of my nose. But for the past almost month, I have not been wearing makeup, and it's just rare. Why do people put on their foundation first, then their concealer over it? Why not put the concealer on first, then the foundation over it? Well, I used to be the type of person to put my concealer on first, like on a bare face, and then put my foundation on. But I noticed that you get a more flawless application when you do it backwards. Put the foundation on first, because you want the foundation to even as much as it can. So just put your foundation on and even it out as much as you can. And then go in with your concealer, because your foundation is going to do a lot of work with covering your blemishes. Sometimes it's not going to cover it completely, but let the foundation do its job and cover your face, and that's why it's called foundation. So you want to put it on your face, let it cover as much as it can, and then whatever little spot that's still peeking through, then put your concealer on and blend it in. Because if you put concealer on a blank face, you may be concealing spots that your foundation can conceal for you. So you will look too overdone. You'll look too put together. You'll look too beat to the gods. Like, you don't want to, unless that's what you're going for. If that's the look that you're going for and you want to look glam, then do that. But if you're trying to look natural, I would say put the foundation on first and then put concealer on. You will notice that your concealer will last a whole lot longer because you're not using as much. And then you won't look like a cake face. So just try it. One day, just try it. Like, if you're at home and you ain't got to go nowhere, just try it and see it. Do one face the normal way you do it, and do the other face the other side you do it. And just look in the mirror. You will notice when you do it the backwards way, your face will look more natural. The other way, putting the concealer on first and then putting your foundation on, you will look flawless, but you'll look almost glamorous flawless. If you put your foundation on first and then spot treat, you will look naturally flawless, if that makes sense. One will look glam, one will look natural. That's the only way I can explain it. What program do you use to edit your videos? I use 2 different programs. When I do these type of videos on this type of channel, I use Final Cut Pro X. And I've been using that since January. When you guys see this that new intro, that's when I start using Final Cut Pro. I used to use iMovie. When I do those trailers to show you guys that I have a new video on my vlog channel, those little trailers, that's done on iMovie. So I use like 90% Final Cut Pro and like 10% iMovie, if that makes sense. Right. Do you wash your relaxer out in the sink or the shower? In the shower. Since my hair is past shoulder length, my real hair is like right here, and the little weave is way down to my waist if I take it out. So my hair's not that long. My hair's like past armpit length. I have to wash it in the shower, because washing it flipped over like that and then combing it and then your hair's up like Jimmy Neutron, you're gonna get a lot of tangles trying to comb it down. So I like to be in the shower so I can just rinse it all out. I have no problems. I don't get skin breakout when the relaxer is running down my back. I don't have problems like that. If you are scared of relaxer touching your body, just wash it out in the sink, but put your head backwards like this and have somebody help you. But having your head flipped over, especially if your hair is past shoulder length, it could be a tangled old mess. So I don't like doing that. Unless, now, if you're like, oh, but I don't want the relaxer to touch my body, okay, I have a little solution, a little trick. Rinse it out in the sink, do all the cleansing, put your conditioner on at the sink, Now, after you let the conditioner sit on for however long you like, then go in the shower and rinse the conditioner out, because then your hair is like detangled and it's so smooth. You can just comb it and comb it down. Do that, but don't do the entire process at the sink, because that's just too much tangles. I can't deal with that. Not me. How do you keep a guy interested in you? Corey and I had this conversation because I had this stuff printed out like 3 weeks ago. No, it wasn't 3 weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago or something like that. And I asked Corey, I said, how do you keep a guy interested in you? Just see what he's going to say. He's goofy. He couldn't give me no straight answer. So I'm going to go with what I say. A lot of girls that say, how do you keep a guy interested in you? I feel like you've changed since you got him. How did he become interested in you? Because you said, how do you keep a guy interested in you? So you got him, but you want to know how you keep him. Keep him by being the same exact way you were when you got him. Now, if you was dressing all up and looking all good and flawless to get him, you better stay looking like that. Because you can't be looking all flawless and then you be looking like Aunt Jemima after you got him. Now you wonder why he running away. Be yourself. Because don't be somebody else to get a guy. Because at the end of the day, that guy's not going to match you, because he's matching this type of female. But if you're not that type of female, you guys are not a match. So it's going to be a struggle trying to keep him. I don't really know how to explain it, because I'm always myself. I don't be fake. So when I'm with a guy, I don't have a problem with trying to keep him, because he fell in love or fell in like with who I am. So he's still there because I'm still the same way. I didn't change. So 9 times out of 10, a guy's going to meet me with no makeup on. And then like if we go out on our first date, he'll see me with makeup and he'll be like, ooh, wow. I want to give you a wow thing like that. I don't want you to be like, put that makeup back on. Why you ain't got no makeup on? Why you look like that? Why do you look like that? Let a guy see you for real, who you really are. You know, probably didn't help you out with that answer, but that's just how I am. Have you thought about going natural, and what has kept you from doing so? I thought about going natural, but some of these questions I think I answered in another video, but I'll answer it again because I didn't put myself together for this video. It's just like sit down, record because she's still sleeping. I thought about going natural, but then when I see that my hair gets tangled and it's really thick up in here, that thought just comes right back out of my head. I don't have time for detangling, especially being a foster mom or just being a mom in general, and you gotta take care of a little one. You really don't have time to make yourself look cute. Yeah, especially when they don't want to leave your side. Like, she will scream bloody murder if I take a shower, because I'll put her by the bathroom, and when I close the curtain, she's screaming because she think I went into some deep dark vortex and I disappeared. So I don't have time to be putting myself together looking normal. I just gotta do what I gotta do, and having relaxed or text-lax hair is so easy because you can pull it back instead of detangling. I don't have to take hours detangling my hair. Maybe I will go natural one day, but I kind of feel that if I ever go natural one day, my hair will be stayed short. I think I will keep it short if my hair is natural. I don't have time to be having natural waist length hair because my hair texture is not silky. My hair texture is like 4A and 4B. One person said I was a 3C. I don't think I'm a 3C. My sister, I think she's a 3C/4A, but I think I'm a 4A, 4B, and that is like so thick to take care of. So Kimmy gonna be relaxed/text-lax for a long time. Now that you are in a relationship, are you still going to move? And what are your career goals, and how do you plan to achieving them? And where does your family originate from? Oh, I didn't even see that last question part in there when I copied this. But yes, I'm still going to move. Corey and I have talked about this for a long time. Actually, I've known Corey since 2009. And I started talking about moving. I started telling him about me moving in 2013, like 2012. I told him I didn't want to live here anymore. I never told him what state, but 2013 I started telling him what state, and he's like, and then we started dating at the very beginning of 2014. So we've known each other for a long time, for like 5 years, but we were just friends then. But I told him that I was going to be leaving and going to Nevada. He said, "What you talking about? I'm going with you." Yes, yeah, we going together. We plan to move together. So Honey Bunches of Love is coming with me. Oh yeah, right. And what are your career goals? My career goals is basically like working for myself. I want to do more motivational videos because I love to spread positivity, and I want to do that as a career, to be a motivational speaker, to just be giggly and bubbly and just love life and love all the people in it, you know. And then where my family's originated from, my family's originated from Virginia, like my mom and all her siblings, but my grandmother is from North Carolina or South Carolina. She's from one of them Carolinas. I keep forgetting. But she's from one of those Carolinas. And then when she grew up, she moved to Virginia, met a man, made a million babies, and then some of them migrated up to Connecticut. Some of them migrated to Washington, D.C. So they're like still in the DMV area. And then when they had children, some went to Texas, some went to New Jersey. I went to Arkansas at one point. Now I'm going out to Nevada. Someone's in Colorado. Like, we all over the place. But to answer the original question, we originated from Virginia. That's as far as I'm going to go back. It's Virginia, because that's where my mom was created, in Virginia. And I'm just going to answer a few left. I have quite a bit more. I'll add those probably in the next video, because I don't want this to be too late, because I got to go wake her up and give her a bath and go to school. But, what'd you call it? Because she wanted to go to sleep all early yesterday and didn't want to take her bath. So, she's going to take a bath this morning. How do you keep your hair so straight in between relaxers? Your hair always looks so good. Oh, thank you, girl, for your hair. Y'all only see the good parts. The top part of my hair is the most rough and coarse part. The front of my hair, I can tame, maintain, let it obey. It just does wonders. My favorite thing to do is to keep my edges moisturized with my Simplicity oil. If you don't have Simplicity oil, you can use coconut oil. Then I like to tie my hair down. That is the main thing. That is like the #1 thing that you can do. Even if you ran out of moisturizer and you got to go the next day to go get it, or payday is like a week away and you ain't got no more moisturizer, you ran out, girl, tie your hair down. That will help you. Because I notice if I fall asleep without my hair tied, my hair be looking all like this the next day. I'll be like, oh Lord, like I pay for it the next day. Being too lazy and too tired, I pay for it. But I try to keep my hair as moisturized. You don't understand how well moisturizing and deep conditioning your hair can do for making your hair look straighter. I don't want to say look straighter, but look tamed, kind of thing, like that. So my #1 thing is I tie my hair down. I always tie my hair down at night. If I'm at home on the weekend and I ain't going nowhere, tie it down. It's always tied down all the time. Yes, it is tied down all the time. I try not to flat iron my hair all the time. I try to flat iron my hair maybe 1 or 2 times a month. Years ago, I used to do it every week, like once a week. That used to be my weekend thing, wash, deep condition, and flat iron. But now that my hair is longer, I don't let it get on my neck. It's kind of weird, but I don't like it hanging on my neck all the time. I just tie it up. I always keep one of these or my little ribbon ties with me, and I just tie it up. And then I'm going to put this as my last question. Why do you want to move to Vegas when you have a good job and a good boss? Because I don't like Connecticut, that's why. I feel that she's not the only good job and good boss in this country. There's greatness everywhere else. I've had good jobs and good bosses before in other states, but I don't want to live here. She is not that good, and this job is not that good to keep me to live in a state that I don't want to be in, you know? I feel that if I never got a divorce, I wouldn't even be in Connecticut anyway. I came back to Connecticut because I lived in Arkansas, got a divorce, and came back up here. I didn't want to stay in Arkansas, but, no offense to the Arkansans, but our plan wasn't even to stay in Arkansas anyway when I got married. Our plan was to move to Arizona. So I was always going to be on the West Coast. I'm just in love with the Southwest. But we got a divorce before we did that move. He made the move over to Arizona, and I went back up to Connecticut. But I don't want to live here, and I feel that I had to make the best out of my situation here. So I am blessed that I have an amazing job and an amazing boss, so that it makes this experience living here less miserable. But I don't want to live in Connecticut. That is not my goal. Even if I die before I move, I want to be buried out Southwest. I am serious about this. I do not like Connecticut. I don't like the people. They're rude. There's too much rudeness over here on the Northeast. It's too much rudeness. I guess because we too crammed together. It's just rude. Ugh. So I want to go out there where people spread out. It's nice and warm. You know, it's just lovely. And I know I will find a good job. I'm not worried about that at all. When I took the move from Connecticut to Arkansas, I had no job. So I just went out there, got my job, and that was great. And even though Arkansas was not my ideal state, I actually loved it more than I love Connecticut. I am going to do one more because this is about relaxing, and I know you guys love when I talk about hair. But when you relax your hair, do you relax your edges every time? And what are the tips for relaxing your edges? Yes, I relax my edges every time. If I don't, I'm going to look like a crazy mess. Like the rest of my hair going to be straight and all this going to be bushy. Yeah. But the thing is, if you have weak, thin, fragile edges, relax them last. If you have thick, coarse, resilient, hard to straighten edges, relax them first. Or not so much first, but relax them in the middle of your process. Like don't wait till the last minute to do them. Me, if I relax mine first, they get too straight and almost like, I feel like they're really thin. So I do them last. But I relax my edges every time. I can't relax my hair and not do edges. I remember I used to do the halo relaxer, and you're like, what's that? Where you try to stretch the inside, but you just relax out here every like 6 weeks or something like that. I did that and it came out nice, but I felt the perimeter of my hair was thinning. So if I'm relaxing my hair, I'm relaxing everything. I don't just relax sections anymore. I used to do that years ago, like 10 years ago. I don't do that anymore. But that is all. I have to go and get her. I hear her like, because she hears me talking. So I have to go get her. Check out my vlog channel because I'm going to be putting up a vlog. I actually have two. One vlog that I had still on my memory card that's from like a month ago. I'm still putting that up. And then one from the 4th of July. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm back. I just have to make sure I get my schedule really good because I have little Mamacita over there and she just wants all my attention, all my time. She's my new BFF. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will talk to you guys next time, and I am going to make it my mission and my goal of life to do my foster care video. I have been a I have been a foster parent for 4 years. Yeah, 4 years, almost 5. In January will be 5 years because I got licensed in 2010. Yeah, I started this journey in 2010. In 2015, I will be a foster parent for 5 years. So, and I still have not made that video. But I have an in-depth description on my blog. And you're like, you got a blog? Yeah, I have a blog. I haven't really blogged about anything in a long time. But I'm gonna put a link to my foster care section so you can read. It's in detail, so you can read it. I did that like 2-3 years ago or something like that. So check it out. But I gotta go. Love you guys to death and then some, and I'll see you guys next time. Toodaloo, bye bye, adios, bye.